What's up, gaming heroes, and welcome back to another awesome World of Warcraft video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the top 10 things you should be doing before Dragonflight comes about. Here is my top 10 list. If you would like to read this article as well as watch this wonderful video, then feel free to check out battle-shout.com for the full article. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Just 1 second, I've got to tell you guys about an awesome website called Qwertee. What is Qwertee? Qwertee sells unique, geeky t-shirts. These t-shirts are so awesome. I've actually been wearing only Qwertee t-shirts for around 8 to 9 years. I'm wearing one right now. It's Eevee! The reasons I like Qwertee versus like other companies is there's worldwide shipping. They're really affordable. They're almost limited edition because they only last for like 2 days and then you can't buy it. They give credit to all of their artists and their t-shirts are already affordable. Not to mention, if you use the code Erosium at the checkout, you'll get £1 off or $1 or €1 depending on where you're from in the world when you order. I wouldn't just do an affiliation like this for any company. I'm specifically giving an affiliation to Qwertee simply for the fact that I've been buying from them for literally 8 to 9 years. As you can see, I really like this company and I really suggest you check it out. So use code Erosium at the checkout when you're buying some of these awesome geeky t-shirts. But let's get back into the video. Get yourself the Frostbrood Proto Worm. This is a really cool mount in World of Warcraft. You can get it in World of Warcraft Retail and you can get it in World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic. Now to get this mount, it's actually quite ironic. You actually need to go over to World of Warcraft Classic, the Wrath of the Lich King version, install it and create yourself a Death Knight character. Then you need to go ahead and you need to level that Death Knight character all the way up through the Death Knight Introduction campaign. Once you've completed the Death Knight Introduction campaign, you would have got a special achievement which unlocks the Frostbrood Proto Worm Dragon. This is a really cool dragon and I highly suggest you get it before Dragonflight is here. The number 2 on my list is go ahead and get Keystone Master. This is not an easy thing to get and it does take a little bit of teamwork and perseverance to complete, but when you do get it, there's some pretty cool rewards involved. I do suggest finding a few guildies, maybe some friends to do this with, as you will get through, you know, many trials and tribulations, some difficulties. This is no easy task, and so it's a good idea to make sure you got a nice hefty group behind you when you're doing this one. Now, I do suggest this because of the simple fact that there is such a nice mount involved. It's the really cool purpley Restoration Deathwalker mount. It's so awesome, and guys, it's so worth getting before Dragonflight is here. Third on my list, Season 4 Vicious Saddle Mounts. Now, these Vicious Saddles come from doing rated PvP. It's advisable to first obtain a 1000 rating in rated PvP, which is pretty easy. All you have to do is do either rated battlegrounds, arenas, whatever it is you need to do. You can do that pretty easy. Now, once you've done that, you will be rewarded with Vicious Saddles as you continue to do rated PvP. You then can go to your faction cities and you can trade these Vicious Saddles for old World of Warcraft PvP mounts. They are really awesome and definitely worth getting. It's a fun system that you can continue to do over and over again to get really cool mounts in World of Warcraft. The Fated Hero. This is number 4 on my list and it is effectively just going to all of the raids in Shadowlands, making sure that you're doing them on Fated, normal difficulty, and you kill every boss in that raid. Really simple, just kill all the bosses in each of the raids on normal difficulty to get the Fated Hero. This will get you the Jigglesworth Senior mount, and it is so cool. It's a slime cat. It doesn't fly, sadly, but it is really cool nevertheless, and I absolutely love this mount. Definitely worth just putting a little bit of time in to get that. And hey, if you actually go ahead and you complete it on Heroic, for all of the Fated raids, you actually get a cool title as well, which is worth the grind. So go ahead and grind that out. 5th on my list is the Zereth Mortis. Zereth Mortis has something called the Protoform Synthesis. Now, this is how you can make pets and how you can make mounts in World of Warcraft Zereth Mortis. So, by simply unlocking the Protoform Synthesis for both the pets and the mounts, you will be able to collect rare recipes throughout Zereth Mortis in order to craft really cool pets and mounts. Go ahead and craft every single mount that you could possibly do and every single pet that you can possibly do. It's worth noting that you can actually buy these pets off the auction house, and additionally, you can just go ahead and sell these pets on the auction house if you get too many. It's actually a really good gold making strategy. Making yourself those awesome Zereth Mortis mounts is definitely something you want to do before Dragonflight, because I just can't imagine anyone wanting to go back to Shadowlands after they are used to flying on those amazing dragons through the skies at 980% mount speed. 6th on my list is KORTHIA. No, not KORTHIA. When KORTHIA was current content, I've got to be honest, it wasn't the most popular piece of current content that we had in World of Warcraft. But that being said, there is an absolute metric heap load of mounts and pets to get from KORTHIA. So go ahead, grind them out. All of the rares, you want to kill every single rare once a day in KORTHIA to try your luck at getting some of these cool mounts. Now, if you want to know specifically what mounts are on there, instead of me sitting here for like 10 minutes saying, this one, this one, this one, this one, oh, blah, 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 blah. Instead, I'm going to say there's a link in the description. You can check out all of the mounts right there, and they'll tell you exactly how you can farm them as well, saving you heaps of time. And saving you from having to listen to this sausage going on about them. But it's definitely worth doing it. I actually do the KORTHIA mounts myself, and I really, really enjoy it. I definitely suggest you do it as well. Next on my list is heading back over to Zereth Mortis to complete 3 side quests. Now, I say 3 side quests, it's more like 3 side quest chains. They're actually really fun side quest chains, and I really think that everyone should just have them done at least once on one character, just to say that they've done it. It's really enjoyable to do. The first one would be Small Pet Problems. This can be started at coordinates 34, 66, in Zereth Mortis. The next one is Not All Are Lost, and that starts at 33, 34. The last one is The Waters of Grace, which starts at coordinates 34, 53. These side quests are actually really, really fun to complete, and I've personally done them on many characters because they're just really enjoyable. I highly suggest that you check it out and you give it a go yourself. Next on my list actually took me like 2 weeks of a hardcore grinding. It's really difficult just to do it at the highest level, but it's definitely worth doing. Many people are going to complain and go, no, Erosium, why this? TORGHAST, Tower of the Damned, is number 8 on my list. You want to complete all layers at layer 12. It is quite difficult, but it's not quite as hard as layer 16. Completing them at layer 12 on flawless will reward you with a really nice mount, which is the Morsworn Charger. This is an absolutely exquisite mount and definitely worth getting. If you are brave enough to give it a go all the way to layer 16. At layer 16, you got to try and get flawless. I managed to do this myself, and trust me, it took me like a week to do. It is absolutely solid. It's a lot easier now with the current gear levels, but I did it before then, and it is just genuinely really difficult nevertheless. I highly suggest giving it a go because you might find you actually absolutely love doing it. You like the challenge. I'll definitely go ahead and complete layer 16 of All Wings of TORGHAST. It will reward you with a really cool Morat called the Colossal Soul Shredder Morat. I absolutely love this mount. It's one of my favorites. For number 9 on my list, I would suggest you go ahead and you collect all cosmetic Anima rewards for every single Covenant. This is one I'm actually working on myself in my personal time because just farming Anima can be a little bit boring. However, it's really fun to get those unique transmog rewards. The hardest part, in my opinion, is actually getting the grateful offerings, though you can get quite a lot from completing the callings. So go ahead and complete those callings, get that Anima, and then get all of the awesome cosmetic rewards from each covenant. Each covenant can sell additional mounts, toys, pets, and even awesome transmogs. So check them out. They're worth a look. They're worth a glance. Number 10 on my list is maxing out all Shadowlands professions. I know there are some people out there who have just been at that anvil. They've been smashing swords, smashing armor all day, every day since the release of Shadowlands, making all that tidy profit. But there are many of us who just couldn't be asked. They couldn't be bothered. They were like, nope, 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 nope. I'm not doing it, and you can't make me do it. Well, good sir, I'm making you do it right now, okay? So max out all your professions in World of Warcraft Shadowlands. Max them out before Dragonflight is here, because you're not going to want to go back to Oribos and back to Shadowlands once Dragonflight is released. So get it done whilst you can before Dragonflight is here. Well, there we have it, my fellow gaming heroes. That is the top 10 list of things you should be doing before Dragonflight is here. If you found this video useful, hit that like button and click subscribe. Check out battle-shout.com for more articles and more awesome blogs just like this. Feel free to check out my Patreon, where you can get access to awesome World of Warcraft guides, such as my RTN gold making strategy. Is a unique strategy that I've formed in World of Warcraft to access super rare items really easily and get you tons of gold in the process. If that's something you're interested in, check out my Patreon. Thanks for watching. This is Erosium out, and I'll see you next time.